Welcome back. This is Dr. Rajshekhar Medidi, Associate Professor in Chemistry Department, Qabridahar University, Somali region, Ethiopia. Today we'll discuss about very hot topic, that is hardness of water. This is very important and familiar topic from the earlier stages. This is the most useful topic also. So hardness of water. What is called as hardness of water? What is the definition of hardness of water? So many students may think in earlier stages, they may think that hardness of water means they may think in a physical manner. For example, stone looks hard, sponge looks soft. The hardness of water means water not converting into like stone, or water not getting converting into like sponge. So this is not the physical term. Hardness of water means it is the definition has been defined as far as the chemical terms are concerned. So the terminology in the hardness of water is the water containing different salts. For example, the presence of chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium makes the water to behave like hard. That sample or that water is called as hard water. That means water contains calcium chlorides, calcium sulfates, magnesium chlorides, magnesium sulfates, or calcium bicarbonates, magnesium bicarbonates. All these six different types of salts present in water. Any water sample contains all these types of salts. That water can be called as hard water. Of course, water may contain many several other impurities also. Biologically, microbiologically, or any other bacteria, fungi may be also present. But we are not talking all those things, but we are talking about only the chemical term, that is hardness of water. Any water sample which contains these different six different salts, if they are present, that water can be called as hard water. So, other one is soft water. What is soft water? Just quite opposite to hard water is called as soft water. So, any water, if it doesn't contains chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium, if it doesn't contains bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, that water can be called as soft water. So, you can say an example of soft water is distilled water is an example of soft water, and deionized water is also an example of soft water, and or demineralized water. All these are examples of or distillation water. When we do the distillation, that can be also called as the soft water. This is about the soft water. Now coming to the main point here, hard water. Hard water is of two different types. The first one is temporary hardness, and the second one is permanent hardness. So the name itself indicates the first point here is temporary hardness. What is temporary hardness? The name itself indicates temporary means up to a certain limit, not permanently. So the salts which can be removed easily, that water containing those salts is called as the temporary hardness. So whatever may be the salts that are present inside the water, that can be removed by means of methods, certain methods. That water can be called as temporary water, temporary hardness causing water. So what are the salts that are responsible for the temporary hardness in the water means? We can see calcium bicarbonates and magnesium bicarbonates present in water makes the water to be temporarily hard water because they can be removed easily by means of boiling. For example, if we take the water sample containing calcium bicarbonates, if we heat it, boil for some time, the calcium bicarbonates undergoes precipitation forming the calcium carbonate precipitates, and therefore that can be settles down at the bottom as a precipitates. So that can be removed by filtration. So this is a simple method of boiling. We can remove the temporarily causing salts in water. That is called as the temporary hardness. And the permanent hardness. The permanent hardness means we can see salts containing calcium chlorides, calcium sulfates, magnesium chlorides, magnesium sulfates. These different salts are difficult to remove. They cannot be removed by simple boiling. So for this type of situation, to remove these salts, we need to go for the softening methods of water. That can be called as, we can say the ionization methods are there, and different softening methods we can utilize to make the water to get removed from these permanently causing salts. So this is about the hardness of water types, that is temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Mainly the hard water is not good for health. If you consume the hard water while taking the mineral water is containing no hardness, no problem. But if you take any water which is having hardness of more than 50 ppm, ppm means parts per million, which is the unit to measure the hardness. So if any water, if you consume for the drinking purpose. If it is more than 50 ppm, then it will be causing problem. That means that results in the formation of stones in the kidneys. So the hard water should be less than 50 ppm. Then hardness of any water sample should be less than 50 ppm to make it utilized for any other purposes. So this is about the hardness of water. Mainly hardness of water is suppose if you use the hard water for washing the clothes, for example, we can see a soap consisting of sodium stearates. If you use that soap with hard water for washing the clothes, it forms the sodium will be replaced by the calcium and magnesium ions present in the hard water and forms calcium stearates and magnesium stearates, which are called as the precipitates. Scum formation is formed, so which is very difficult to remove that. And also the foam will not be formed because of these scum formation. The clothes cannot be cleaned. So this is another disadvantage of using hot water for washing purpose. So this is about the hardness of water. That is the mainly temporary hardness is first type, and the second one is permanent hardness. So temporary hardness can be easily removed by means of boiling, simple method. But whereas the permanent hardness cannot be removed easily, then we have to go for different softening methods we need to utilize to make it free from all these permanently causing salts in water. So this is about the hardness of water. You can we can determine the if we take any water sample, we can determine the amount of total hardness present in the water samples. I have done another video regarding this determination of total salts present in the water samples. You can watch that video. Thank you.